Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with an Elder Scrolls 6 discussion video. Now I know it's a little early to be rolling out that Elder Scrolls 6 content, but to tell you the truth, by the end of the year we're going to have a lot of Elder Scrolls 6 videos out. And today I'm going to be talking about Elder Scrolls 6, hype-based marketing, and Fallout 4 all combined. And this video idea was inspired by Monty or 4allout of sugarbomb.com, where he wrote an article on how people may have been a bit disappointed with Fallout 4 because of all the hype behind it and how it may not have lived up to it, but also how hype kind of kills games for a lot of people. And I wanted to look ahead into the future a little bit and talk about Elder Scrolls 6 and how that same thing could happen, and hopefully open some eyes with this video. Now, what I mean by this is that Fallout 4 was supposed to be the genre-defying game. It was supposed to be game of the year. It was supposed to change next-gen gaming and show this is what next-gen gaming actually can be. And to tell you the truth, it was a fantastic game by every means necessary and was my game of the year, but it definitely, for the public, was not that. And I can agree with that to some sense, because Fallout 4 does have its clear set of flaws. And so, with that being said, a lot of people are a bit upset with Bethesda and are now only cautiously optimistic, where I think that same happiness and excitement bug that's going to catch on for Bethesda Game Studios will not be present with Elder Scrolls 6. With Fallout 4, it seemed to be a lot of the, Fallout 3 was this amazing game, unique at the time, a new atmosphere setting, different type of game, and it was a new look for the franchise, which went from a strategy game over the head to now a first-person shooter, so it was appealing to new audiences, and it just did everything right, and people thought that it was going to capture that same magic in Fallout 4, work out some of the kinks in Fallout 3, and just expand and be an even better game and just redo what they did in 2008. On top of that, a 7-year wait. The hype was immense. It almost killed the game for so many people. And so with that being said, will it catch on for Elder Scrolls 6? I think not. I think now people, a lot of gamers, because Fallout 4 was such a big game, and as great as it is, a lot of people learned this is what hype does to games. Don't get me wrong, I was not disappointed with this game. When I was playing it in my own little bubble and no one had this game, I was having the time of my freaking life playing this game. But when it got out to the public, it learned that you can only review these type of games in groups because they're so big that all these flaws don't stand out until a lot of people get their hands on them. And that's part of the issue with all these users saying that this game's like a 6 or a 7, while a lot of critics are giving it 8s and 9s, which I think are fair scores. And to tell you the truth, I wonder if this will catch on with Elder Scrolls 6, and since I think people have now learned that there's going to be this good, cautious amount of optimism with Elder Scrolls 6, I think it'll be exciting to see Bethesda try to work their way to the top again. Because to tell you the truth, they've sat on the top for so many games where every game they posted ended up being some type of game of the year, just stealing all the awards because they were always changing something, leading. I mean, after Skyrim came out, think to yourself, how many games said, I want to make a game like Skyrim? So many games. I think the first game that comes to mind is Dragon Age Inquisition, which said exactly like, I just wanted to make a game like Skyrim because that is such a fantastic game. So many games afterwards, after Skyrim came out, ended up being these fantasy RPGs trying to mimic that same beauty that Skyrim had. And same thing with Oblivion, same thing with Fallout 3. They always were mimicking Bethesda. I don't think anyone's going to be trying to mimic Fallout 4 in a lot of senses. While it does a ton right, it also does a ton wrong. And I think this is going to be interesting now to see Bethesda try to climb their way up to the top, where there won't be that much hype propelling their game, where they're actually going to have to work harder. And I think a lot of people are going to be looking at the next game that they work on with a more cynical point of view, with a more critical point of view, because now they see that there's so much controversy with their last game that now they're going to be looking doubly as hard to see, you know what, is Bethesda really that good? Let's see. And they roll up their sleeves. All right, I'm the cynical YouTuber. Time to review this game and give it my all and see if this game can please me. If you're a gamer who's already looking ahead to the next Bethesda Game Studios game, which I think a lot of us are, because I know it sounds weird to admit, but after playing Fallout 4 like a week later, I was thinking, man, I just can't wait to see what they do next. And it's not weird to have that excitement because they're fantastic developers and you always want to see what they're working on next. And so if you have that cautious bit of optimism and you've learned now not to get too caught up in the hype, I certainly have, although Fallout 4 wasn't disappointing for me, I do see how it could have ruined some aspects for gamers. I don't want to get caught up in that. I also think it affects my content when I get too hyped up about stuff. It clouds my vision, doesn't let me critique properly and notice certain things because I'm just so excited. But still, at the same token, it's fun being excited, right, for games, right? Because with Fallout 4, it reminded me personally why I love games and why I just enjoy doing them all the time and why I do YouTube for a living and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm going off track with just saying that Will Elder Scrolls 6 have this same type of hype-based marketing? I think not personally, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments down below. So hit me with it, people. Let me know what you're thinking about the hype, Fallout 4, and how this may impact Elder Scrolls 6. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are down below. Check out sugarbomb.com, the place by Bethesda fans for Bethesda fans. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.